Chairman Aguilar and Ranking Member Granger as well. I appreciate the opportunity to share my priorities on behalf of Washington State's 8th Congressional District. I am proud of all the community projects and programmatic appropriations requests I submitted this year. However, with today's time constraints, I just want to highlight a few. So as you consider funding for fiscal year 2022, I'd like to express my strong support to improve our nation's recycling system with a specific focus on plastics recycling. The 2020 study by the EPA found that the current U.S. recycling system faces several challenges, including confusion about what materials can be recycled and recycling infrastructure that has not kept pace with today's diverse and changing, increasing waste stream. And to help address some of these challenges, my letter to appropriators asked for more funding for two of the EPA's recycling grant programs. One, the Post-Consumer Materials Management Infrastructure Grant Program provides federal funding to help strengthen local recycling programs. Local government serves the backbone for our nation's recycling system, assuming nearly full responsibility for the cost of residential recycling education, collection, and operation. And these funds will provide local governments with the resources they need. The other is the Trash-Free Waters Drinking Water Infrastructure and Wastewater Infrastructure Grant Programs. Debris, particularly plastic pollution, is a global crisis. These grant programs provide the needed funds to keep plastic waste and other post-consumer materials out of landfills and waterways, helping to protect our health, well-being, and the environment. The need for us to manage our own waste has become especially urgent since foreign recycling operations no longer accept U.S. plastics. So strengthening recycling infrastructure and markets for recycled materials within communities across the nation is imperative to increasing the economic and environmental viability of a recycling system. The next priority I'd love to bring to your attention is funding within the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response, or ASPR, to continue development of rapid at-home COVID-19 tests, as well as support for interagency coordinated testing strategy. Even as vaccines are rolling out and offer a light at the end of the tunnel, we know that COVID-19 continues to circulate and mutate, and without widely available, inexpensive rapid testing, this will continue to be a difficult disease to control. So easily accessible tests with a fast result that can be taken at home, school, the workplace without a prescription can help Americans minimize the risk of infection, whichever course this disease takes. This is especially important now for families with younger children who don't yet have access to the vaccine. Large-scale surveillance and use of rapid testing will allow childcare facilities and schools to open and stay open and will reassure many parents. Finally, I'd like to highlight two of my community project funding submissions. The month of May marks the beginning of traditional wildfire season. However, my state has already had well over 200 fires this year. If funded, the Cle Elum Ridge Phase 1 Wildfire Protection Plan will initiate a series of forest management interventions to help prevent wildfires from getting out of control. The Washington Department of Natural Resources identified the city of Roslyn within the Cle Elum Ridge as one of our state's communities at greatest risk. In 2017, the Jolly Mountain Fire threatened the city of Roslyn and surrounding communities, and the suppression cost for the Jolly Mountain Fire exceeded $35 million. Had the proposed forest health work been done, Jolly Mountain would likely have been a managed fire with far less threat to the community and firefighters and far reduced suppression costs. So please consider the critical role this will play and an example for other communities. Another project is the school-based health clinic at Graham Kapowson High School. This construction will help provide a health clinic to support the medical, dental, and behavioral health needs of approximately 3,500 students on campus. The proposed clinic would serve a rural population in great need of care, and having a facility like this on campus will help reach students quickly. Lastly, I was incredibly excited to see President Biden's budget that includes two of my other priorities, the Legacy Roads and Trails program, and also proposed extension to the increase in the WIC cash value vouchers for fresh fruits and vegetables. So thank you for your consideration, and I yield back.